Well, welcome back, viewers and subscribers. It's your girl, Star Flames, and we're back with another banging video. In this video, guys, we have some breaking information as it relates to the Megan Thee Stallion shooting incident. If you guys have been keeping up with my channel, you'd have learned that Tory Lanez was stabbed 14 times and both lungs had collapsed. Following that, he was rushed to a civilian hospital, and they described the incident has been horrific and gruesome. The attacker has since then been identified as another inmate who's currently serving life behind bars. Now, following Tory Lanez's attack, it was revealed that Tory Lanez was not the shooter in the Megan Thee Stallion incident. It was actually her friend, Kelsey Harris. So, according to a highlighted news report that was released on Tuesday, May 13th, 2025, there was a legal representative associated with United People who held a press conference. And during this press conference, they represented what they claim is new evidence suggesting Tory Lanez did not shoot Megan Thee Stallion. Now, the breakdown of claims is that they have new evidence. The legal team stated they have the evidence indicting Megan Thee Stallion lied about the event on the night she was shot in July of 2020. Kelsyharris, former bodyguard, a central piece of this new information, is reportedly an affidavit from Bradley James, who was the former bodyguard of Kelsyharris, which is Megan Thee Stallion's former best friend, and Kelsey also represented Megan during the incident. Now, what the bodyguard is alleging, according to Unite the People's representative, Bradley James, he claims that he witnessed Kelsey Harris holding and firing the gun at Megan Thee Stallion 3 times. They further allege that Tory Lanez then grabbed Harris's arm, causing the gun to discharge 2 more times. So while she was firing, Tory Lanez was trying to get the gun from her because she was discharging at Megan Thee Stallion. Tory Lanez was trying to save Megan Thee Stallion, but, by them, struggling, Megan Thee Stallion was hit. Now, the legal team criticized the initial investigation, noting that DNA was only taken from Tory Lanez despite unknown DNA being found on the gun. The representative from Unite the People stated their belief that Tory Lanez was wrongfully convicted and that it's time to bring the brother home. They argued that Lanez did not receive a fair trial. Giano Caldwell supports, so Giano is a conservative commentator, and he supports this new legal effort, claiming that Tory Lanez was railroaded by the former Los Angeles County District Attorney. Now, I want to play this clip with you guys for your reference and verification, and then I'll get back with the rest of my commentary.
Not long ago, Unite the People was approached by a gentleman named Bradley James. Mr. James informed us he was working as the bodyguard and driver for Ms. Kelsey Harris during Mr. Peterson's trial. As such, he was in close proximity and he had privy to conversations she was having with her husband and others. Mr. James informed us he was not under a non-disclosure agreement or a confidentiality agreement and was free to speak with Unite the People, and that he was doing it because his conscience would not let him not speak and leave a man in prison for something he did not do. Mr. James informed Unite the People that he was a witness to the conversation Ms. Harris had, where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times, Mr. Peterson grabbed her arm and knocked it down, and the gun fired 2 more times. In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody, never even touched that gun, never fired the gun. This statement aligns with the statement of the only non-party witness to the case, Mr. Sean Kelly, who at trial testified he saw two women fighting, two men break up the fight, one man grabbed the other one's arm, gunshots came from the passenger side. Passenger side is where Miss Harris was sitting. This further iterates that Mr. Peterson did not shoot Miss Pete, did not shoot at Miss Pete, or did not assault Miss Pete. It's just another irregularity in a list of irregularities in this case. For example, there were 3 potential suspects in the car that night, and yet the only DNA sample was taken of Mr. Peterson, even though unknown DNA was found on the gun. Why wasn't Miss Harris's DNA taken? Or was it taken and the information simply never given to the defense? Why wasn't the driver of the car, Mr. Jaquan Smith's DNA taken? Or was it taken and again, simply not given to the defense?
So guys, as you'll know, the justice system can oftentimes be so unfair because they can then argue this to say, but the bullet that was discharged, when it was discharged, Tory Lanez's hands were still on the gun. They may not look into the fact that Tory Lanez was trying to stop a very dangerous situation, and in his efforts of saving a friend from a friend, that's how he got caught in the middle of all of this. And he's the one who decided to take the fall. He decided to be the fall guy. But now the truth is out, and I do hope that he gets justice. But as I've said, justice system is so unpredictable, and it seems as though there are a lot of people behind the scenes pulling strings in all of this. So I just want to take the opportunity to say that I hope that the truth prevails and Tory Lanez is justified in this case. Now, as it relates to Megan Thee Stallion, because if you look into everything that has happened since then, we heard that Tory Lanez, he was attacked behind bars, and, from the moment he was attacked, prison officials said that this was not a get out of jail attack. It was a full-on attack that was had nothing to do with Tory Lanez, and they could see that it was a definite, direct intent to take him out. And the manner in which he was attacked, stabs to his head, his back, his chest, both lungs collapsing. It really does tell that this information was made available and someone wanted to ensure that Tory did not get out of there. However, thank goodness he survived the horrific attack, and I do hope that, that guy that did the attack, he gets investigated. I hope that he tells the truth and not some fake half-ass story because he's already doing life behind bars. So again, I hope that, justice prevails in this case and Tory Lanez gets vindicated. But let's see what the legal system will do in this, and let's see how this will affect Megan Thee Stallion's career. Now, I know that the internet today, it's different. People are going to always support Megan Thee Stallion. No matter what comes out, they're going to choose to support her. But I know that also equally some people, they are about truth and justice. It doesn't matter whose side it falls on. They're going to always stand and ensure that the truth prevails, and they're going to support the truth when it prevails. So let's see how this affects Megan Thee Stallion's career going forward. But I would say, I would not trust Megan Thee Stallion, because if you sat there and allow an innocent man to go to jail because of your jealous feelings, or could it be that Megan Thee Stallion was drunk to the point where she had no idea who shot her, And, she was groomed to say it's Tory because the industry does do these things. And because she was groomed to say it is Tory Lanez, she just went ahead and went along with it. Leave a comment below while you're at it. Thumbs up, share, subscribe. Peace.